Some of the issues that we have is a lack of preparedness. Now, this falls within our upbringing. I had 21 years in service. You know, when you're in that long, institutionalized maybe, you know, everything is laid out for you. By first 3 years in the service, you should have gone to the promotion board. By this, you need to hit this school. You need this, you need this, you need this. Within the military, within your career field, we are told our milestones. But just like when the question was brought up about certifications versus degree, it was a great answer that the gentleman gave. I can't remember his name. Well, what is yours? What is your choice? Whoa, what do you mean? You mean I get a say in this? Unlike what we're used to in the military. That's one of the things that kind of holds us back in the service because it's spelled out for us. And you know, outside the military, it's not really. It's your personal choice. So that in itself should empower you. I have a choice. That's on me. And that's fantastic. That's a fantastic feeling, you know, for some of us that serve that period of time. Like, wow, I mean, I actually have a say in what I want to do. Let's talk about translation of skills. It's funny is the president, he likes to tell a joke. He tells this joke all the time, and he loves telling it. You know, he was talking to a young soldier one time, and he was like, hey, look, you know, what skills do you have? You know, he went to President Bush, and it was at a meet and greet, and he's like, well, yeah, I'm a sniper. And he's like, well, I don't know if anybody's hiring snipers right now. You know what I mean? And it's kind of funny he tells that story because, I mean, that's what I did at the end of my career. I taught at the Special Forces Sniper Course at Fort Bragg. You know, after I was wounded, I could still teach. And that's what I did. And I think it's kind of funny is one of my students is actually back here now, Kirk. He's over there. He was one of my students. But now he's successfully transitioned out, and he's here for you. You know, so snipers can go on and do better things because he's an example right back there. Go talk to Kirk, you know. But that translation of skills, you know, I would never go to a job interview and tell him, well, what did you do? Oh, I was a Green Beret sniper. No, you know, like you said, I'm going to get the same answer. You know, we're not hiring you guys today. You know, we don't need one at Walmart. First step is we need to prepare. Obviously, we need to prepare. You know, you needed to, and you guys have done that. And I want to thank all of you for taking the initiative, the personal initiative to be here today. Because again, like I said, they didn't have to be here. Well, you didn't have to be here either. So you go out and you do, part of your preparation is a benefits discovery. There's been a whole host of resources that have been provided to you today. Use them. You know, it's uncommon for us sometimes to take that initiative and go talk to these people that don't know my language, you know, but take that. And you guys are doing that. This is a very, very important step. And the first step is always the hardest step. So take that step. You got to do an honest skills assessment. You got to look in the mirror, look at that hombre looking at you and be like, man, can I really, you know, look at the jobs? Do I think I could really, you know, fill this position? You have to do an honest skills assessment. And that's very hard for us to do sometimes. To sit there and I think, you know, I was a big bad hombre when I was in, but can I really fill this role right now? I don't know, but maybe I can start a little bit lower, learn how they do it, and then, yeah, I'll run circles around them in a year. Give me 6 months, give me a year. You know, and that's very difficult for all of us to do, you know, because every one of us has got an evaluation report or a counseling, or a lot of us that have to write them, and it's a lot of fluff, and you know, they don't really say a lot. It's like an honest skills assessment, a no crap, what can I do, what am I comfortable doing? And that's very important. Strategic planning. This is something every single one of you done, whether when we do it in the military, whether it's at the 10 level or all the way up to the higher staff levels. Strategic planning. Do your backwards planning. These are some of those skills and assets that each and every single one of you has that you can take. I've sat in board meetings with Fortune 500 CEOs, and I'm nothing against them, and I'm not going to name anyone, but I am amazed at how shocked and amazed they are when we just do basic backwards planning. You know, and they're like, wow, what did you do? Well, you do this, you subtract that. I mean, I think my children do that, you know, but some of these people in these positions, they're not used to that. They're not used to their subordinates being able to strategically plan. And every single one of you can do it. It's just the pieces. It's just figuring it out. When it comes time for transition, you got to think about yourself. Every single one of you, whether you're getting ready to go through transition, you're in the middle of it, you're going to go through that identity crisis. You're like, wow, I was this. This was me. This is what I was in charge of. This is what I ran. These were the projects I did. This is stuff that I'm very proud of, and I will take, and you should be proud of that stuff. But now that I'm out, what am I now? You know, I'm not wearing my pretty green beret anymore. You know, I'm not jumping out of planes anymore. I'm not doing all the other stuff I did. You know, it's an identity crisis. It really is. But you have to understand, those are just things you take with you. One of the problems that veterans have is they think because they're moving to a different wheelhouse, they're like, okay, I'm not gonna work in the military community anymore. I'm gonna start working, whether it's in the baking industry, like Kirk back there, you're gonna go to the IT, who knows what you're gonna do. I'm gonna leave what I did and what made me successful in my military career back here, and then, okay, here I am, I'm brand new, I'm gonna start over. That's the wrong thing to do. It's those things that made you successful in your military career that are gonna make you even more successful in whatever career path you choose. You know, whether you choose to work for a company or like some of the entrepreneurship panel just concluded here, or whether you decide to start off on your own. There's so many successful veteranpreneurs out there. I mean, I could go down the list of personal friends of mine that are doing they're just killing it. Whether it's Nick here here in town with his Ranger Up t-shirts, or whether it's Matt and Vince down there in El Paso with they're doing the Article 15 clothing, or whether it's Anthony Aguiniga, he got into making shoes. I'm wearing some shoes made by a friend of mine. They just go out there and they're doing great things, you know. And the reason they're successful is because they took those skills and that drive and that passion and the ability to do that backwards planning, do that strategic planning, or take that op order, like the gentleman mentioned earlier. You know, heck, this is stuff you do on little notepads in the field, in the fire base, you know, or on a patrol base, you know, and take that and apply it. And that's what's going to make you successful. You know, I believe in every single one of you, and I know if you guys take what made you successful and just take it forward, take these tools, network, meet all these people that you can, network amongst us, you guys will be extremely successful. But when talking about networking, this is something it's really important to me. Obviously, I know a few people. I don't know everybody, but I've been able to. My network is what it is. You know, I get to know a few people. As veterans, understand that maybe your network isn't for you. Why don't you look at your network as supporting everyone else? Look at your network. You may meet somebody here today, whether it's a fellow veteran or transitioning service member or a fellow American citizen back there that has an opportunity that doesn't apply to you. But you get home, or you get back to the platoon, or you get back to the unit, and a friend of yours is in dire need. But hey, you know what? I think I know someone that can help you, and connect that dot for them. If you guys do that, I firmly believe the veteran community is going to take care of itself. I really do. I don't think we're special. You guys heard me say that. A lot of veterans get upset with me when I tell them that. I mean, I love you. I mean, I'll tell my, you know, I mean, I love you guys, but you're not special. And don't think you're special. There are certain skills you have that are special. There are certain experiences you have that are special. There is knowledge you guys carry and experiences and wisdom that you have that you're not going to find an educational institution on this planet to teach. But you guys have them. That's why, you know, what I mentioned earlier, do not think for a second because, you know, you don't have all these letters or certifications after your name, or you don't have a master's degree, or, you know, you don't think you're any less intelligent than anybody, and don't ever for a second be intimidated by anyone. You guys go in, be proud, use that aggressiveness, but use it professionally. I tell people all the time, I'm a very aggressive and passionate individual, but I always maintain the professional high ground. And if you guys remember anything I said to you today, you know, over the past 20 some odd minutes, Maintain the professional high ground, and you guys will be extremely successful. If someone would have told me when I transitioned that I would be doing what I'm doing right now, you know, having the opportunities I have right now with the working relationships with the people I have right now, I'd have said they were crazy. There's no way. There's no way I could have, you would have told me I could pick up my phone and call a former commander-in-chief. But I do, and I'm not saying that to boast. I'm not. Because all I ever did was use the network that I gained, use my passion, my aggressiveness, my focused aggressiveness, and maintain my professional high ground, and it opened doors and opportunities for me. I didn't apply for any of the positions I have. I found my passion is service, and a service to you, to all of you, and your family as well. You know, I really, really mean that. And if I can be a resource to any of you, please, by all means, you know, I'll be hanging around for a while. I have some business cards. I think I do. Do I, Kelly? I gotta ask my boss there, my executive assistant, right? I'm pretty sure I have some business cards. But by all means, if I can provide any assistance to any of you, I would be more than happy to connect a dot for you. But remember, and I'm not gonna use it, go pay it forward. I think that's overused statement. But your network may not be for you. That's where I get my satisfaction, service to you and service to others. So remember, focused aggression, professional high ground, and continue your service. Every one of you is a leader. If you guys continue your leadership, I mean, you're going to crush it. I know it. I mean, you guys will crush it. I could go on for hours. I mean, I'm serious, hours of people that I've seen that have taken those special attributes you have and applied them to their career to go work with your fellow Americans. But take that onus upon yourself. It's very, very important for each one of you to remember that. You have special attributes, you're not special. You know, I want to hug you, but, you know, you're not special. You know, just take those special things you guys do have and use them. Continue your leadership. Every one of you is a leader. Every single one of you. And when I say continue your leadership, that means talk about what you experienced here today. Take it back. 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now, when you guys are successful and you're able to come back here maybe and set up your own booth, or you're able to connect the dots for someone else, that's leadership. That's what Kirk is doing back there. Continue your leadership. Continue your service, because every single one of you took that oath. Remember that. And I'll be around, so if anybody needs anything, please don't be afraid to approach me.